After we have talked about the theories, now we delve into the practicals, and we've stated in the theories that we are using a tool owned by Google, which is Google Blogspot. And there are various ways one can access Google Blogspot. Number one is that we open our Chrome browser. So we go here, we click on Google Apps, and we scroll down, we choose the Blogger app. So it will take us to the website. Another option is that we type this address blogger.com. It will take us to the same place. Then another option is going to google.com. So we find the same Google app at one side. So we switch to Blogger, it will take us to the same place. But actually, since Blogger is a Google app, we require our Gmail account or Google account in order to create a blog. So we can either sign in or create a blog. Let me use create a blog. So it will require us to sign in. So we enter our password. After signing in, this is how a fresh Google Blogspot interface will look like. We've not created any blog. All we just have is this. But if we create blog, we will see the blog we have created, and we can have many blogs that we can install on a single account. We can create as many blogs as we want on a single account. To create blog, you click create blog. We enter the title of our blog, for example, Conquest Tech website. The next step is to choose our URL for the blog. We choose Conquest Tech Web. If the URL address is available, it will show you it's available, but if it's not available, it will display an error. We can save. We have created the blog now. The interface has changed. Now we will delve into the overview of the interface before focusing on each of those menus. In the interface, we have the search post. So we can search our post, but we have not created any post. Another thing on the interface is the help and the feedback. This icon that looks like question mark. The help and the feedback can be used as guideline. If you are experiencing some glitch on the interface, you can send some feedback or suggestion to Google. The next one is Google app. You can switch between other Google apps. We have many Google apps, common one like Google Search, Google Map, Google Play, YouTube, Gmail, Google Drive, Contact, and many other things. But the app we are focusing on today is Blogger. So Blogger is the one we are working on right now, but we don't need to switch it right now. The next thing is we have our Google account. So we can add other accounts, then we can sign out. Though I'm not signing out right now, we need to sign in order to work on the Blogger. Aside that, we have the main menu hamburger. This hamburger icon is the main menu. If we click on it, we can hide the main menu, then we can also reveal it. The next icon is Blogger logo, and if we click on it, it will take us to this same page. I will first deal with the overview of the menu before focusing on each of the menu. The first thing we have here is our blog. I said that we can create as many blogs as we want. Personally, I create blog for myself. I also create for others. I manage for other people also. So you can create for many people. You can manage for other people also. You can be an author. Though all those things will be explained later, but we can create. But for now, this account we have only one blog. So this one blog, under it we have many menus, and one of the menu is posts. Start means statistic, comments, earnings, pages, layout, theme, settings, reading list. We have this view blog. If we click on view blog, it will take us to the front end of our website. So this is the front end. There is no design yet. This is the default template given to us by Google, but we can choose to customize it later. But we go back to the back end of our website right now. This is the back end, this is the front end. So to access the front end anytime, you don't even have to memorize. Click on this view blog. The address you type initially will be the one that will be your domain name. Though this domain name can be corrected, but we are currently on Google free domain. So we have conquesttechweb.blogspot.com. You can later customize it to any domain name of your choice. You can change it to conquesttechweb.com, .com.ng, .org, anything. you wish to change it to, though that one will be paid. So we have the front end and the back end. The back end is for the admin, but the front end is for your audience. And we can change the domain name later, but currently we are still using the free domain, but sooner or later we may choose to change it. We go back to the backend. To access the backend anytime, you go to blogger.com or any other method to access the blogger, and you use that particular account you use to sign in. You sign in with that particular account, then you switch to that particular blog. But currently I only have one blog created with this account. If I create other blog, I may need to switch, but currently I just have only one, so I focus on that one. And then after the view blog, we have terms of service, privacy policy and content policy. You can read it to know the kind of post you can post, and to know the one you cannot post, and some other things that are not allowed is the guideline, rules and regulations given by Google. You can read more under that, but generally we are focusing on the interface. And post menu is for posting our content. It's like our regular Facebook post. We can post any day, anytime, and if we post anything on any article, any content using the post menu, it will be reviewed directly in our blog front end by default. As we post, it will be revealing. Our post will be appearing in a hierarchical order in terms of recency. So many bloggers choose to post weekly. Some people even choose to post daily. Some people post monthly. Some people post randomly. So it depends on your consistency and your creativity. To access the post, you click on the post. We are currently on the post menu. You can click on new post. It will bring this interface that we later explain, but I'm still on the overview of the all the menu. Since I click on the new post, it has automatically created the draft, so I don't need it right now. I can delete it and it's clear for now, but I want to go into overview of another menu. Another menu is the start. Start means statistics. Statistic is for revealing the performance of our blog, our individual posts, our individual pages, the audience that visit our blog, and some other things like that. Before I proceed to other menu, I also want to cancel this notice. But before cancelling the notice state that the European Union law require you giving European Union visitor information about cookies. So it's about some regulation and guidelines that deals with the European Union visitors. So generally it also applies for other visitors all over the world. EU majorly follow all those laws. For now, I don't need it again. It's the kind of notification I can clear it off. Though you can learn more using this link if you need to read more, but it's talking about cookies. People have to consider taking their cookies, so we have a cleaner interface right now. Another thing is the comments. People that visit your website, the comments, you must be sensitive of the comment that come into your website, and also moderate the kind of comments. In order for you to moderate the comments, maybe to reply the comment, also to check the kind of comment that the audience are posting. Some hackers that are looking for prey online, they can post some spamming comments, and vulnerable people might fall for such a trap and may be endangered through posting of spam comments. Next is the earnings. Earnings is a kind of avenue Google created for blog creators to make money through Google AdSense. If you are able to secure enough audience and meet the criteria for your blog site, Google will be able to post advert on your website, and you will be able to receive some monetization revenue through your blog to earn from Google AdSense. If you are interested in any, even after or before you have met the criteria, you can create an AdSense account so that you can generate revenue. Another thing we have is the page. The page is just like the post, but the difference between the page and the post is that page is not reviewed directly on the website. If you post a page now, it won't review until you provide a kind of link for the particular page you created. So it will not show directly if we create, but we are not delving into it. To create new page, you just click on this new page. You will see that it's almost the same interface, though a little difference, but I will explain that when we get into the in-depth, but it's almost the same interface with post. If I go back, it has already created the kind of draft, though untitled, but for now I don't need it. I will delete it. So another part of the interface is the layout. Under this layout, we have the arrangement of how the blog will look like. Is a kind of drag and drop interface. So we can drag menu from one place to another. We can arrange our website. What we arrange will actually determine the appearance on our front end. But for now, we are still overviewing. We will deal with all those things later. Another menu is the theme. Theme comprises of various templates. These templates, they came default template. You can switch between any of the templates. But actually, we may choose to customize our templates. When I click on this customize, it will take us to the customization page, but for now we are not customizing anything. Aside that, we can also click this side arrow beside the customize. It will bring down a menu. Under it, we have the backup. We can back up a current template. Then we can restore a template, maybe the template that we've already backed up before, or a new template online. We can switch to first generation classic templates. Yeah, we are not even switching to that one. Then we can also do some coding. You know, the other time, our previous class, I also talked that coding is an essential part, though it's not compulsory. But if there is a need to code, you can code. This HTML, it gives you access to code. Though there are some other means we can write code inside the Blogger interface. Here you will see many code, but be sure that you understand coding before you tamper with anything, or rather do backup before tampering with anything. But later we will talk about what we need to know. I'll go back. We move to the next menu, which is the settings. Under the settings, we have many things, but we are not going to really delve into most of those things for now. But let me just overview. We have the basic. Under the basic, we have the title. Though initially we name our title, if we by any means we wish to change the title, we can change the title of our blog anytime. We can add description, change the language. Though we are in English regions, I don't have to change the language. Then we have Google Analytics measurement and some other things like that. Then favicon. Favicon, I will explain everything later as time goes on. The publishing, this is the place where we set the domain name, that we can customize the domain name. But for now, still remains the way we leave it. Under permission, you can even add other admins. You can add other authors that will contribute to the management of your blog site. So you can invite them. They must also have a Gmail account, and you invite them, they will accept the invitation, and you manage the blog together. We have admins, we have authors. Though admin have more privileges than authors. We will talk about the two later. Another side of the settings is posts. We can set the number of posts that will be displayed in our own page, on the main page, on our front-end interface. But for now, we let it be constant at that 7. Though many other options are there. Then comment, the way you want your comment to be displayed, and maybe you want to moderate your comments, you can set it moderation, maybe always. So I prefer moderating my comment because I don't want spammer to take advantage of some of my innocent audience. Then email settings will determine the kind of notification that will be posted on your email. Then formatting, we can format the time zone to any time that we want. Maybe the particular region that you are operating. For example, now my region is West African time and we are in GMT plus 1. So I will go for something like around GMT plus 1. So we have West African time. It will correlate with the time zone of your location, the text format, and some other things like that. The meta tag, error redirect, crawlers, monetization, and so many other things that deals with the settings. So we talk about the necessary one later as time comes on. Lastly, we have the reading list. The reading list is other people's blog that you followed. Though by default, Blogger Boost was followed, but you can choose to add other blogs that you want to also follow. You just click on manage, then add the blog you want to follow. You will just type your address of that blog you wanted to follow, maybe for emulation or getting some ideas from such a blog. But we leave it as that. That is the end of the interface. I've already talked about this view blog, but rather you can also type the address, the domain address of your website. It will go to the same place. So in our next class, we'll go deeper into each of those menu, especially the important ones. Thank you so much.